The title is The Committee, and I'm dedicating it to the Police Passport Committee, actually. So, yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm honestly blank. My heart once sank when, after meeting her as Mama P and the rest of the committee, personal conflicts dared to kill this now beautiful relationship. This amazing family that keeps the lyrical groove in my soul on the move. Feeling that metaphorical whole as like similes when you compare Burger King to KFC or McD, and you prove your point onomatopoetically with alliterations alluring always the almond like. But when the words don't reach the mic, they help me turn to more thoughtful structures like full sentences, perplexed paragraphs, and junctures. Oh, about the fight. Man, it was gruesomely, intensely insane. I was called by duty to stand in loyalty's lane when I... Pumbaa! Not in front of the poets! Hakuna Matata. Because now there's no matter. Water under the bridge, wind in the meadows, spilt milk, and all the other fellow expressions you can use and abuse. Because that fuse was long ago doused by Mama P's superpowers to forgive, which I'll never forget and I'm eternally grateful for. Thank you, Mama P. Maybe this should be a toast because all I want to do is boast about this crazy, out-of-this-world, super creative, freaking friendly bunch of human beings. Tato, the MC you've seen, always cracking jokes, always optimistic, creates the spark in the sessions. Because when he mentions your unique creativity, it's a nudge in the right direction. An encouragement to stand boldly and not give a fudge. And express the chaos feelings you wrote in an organized manner. There's Nero, who like Mayo spreads a smile from cheek to cheek, turning you meek as she makes certain that it's the first thing you notice when you walk through old-pan newspaper to copy, DM, and have an open mic. There's Afrosense. Hey! Bambaklat Banava.
Thank you.
My best description for this sacred inscription is to call her a positive feminist. Have you heard her poems, my guy? She's a woman. Forget the fact that she's black. Actually, she's beautiful, but that's not the point. Her words are joints that connectively define the essence of being fiery but sensitive. Her calm sense of expression is deceit to the juicy meat of content that her solistic poetry proclaims. Ali, the director genius. Enough said. But when all is done and said, this guy to me is that big brother that reimaginates your imaginations. Nzilani, hallelujah! Is what her poems instill in me, fulfilling me to drill out. The passion for Mother Earth has Mother Nature weeping for joy. Someone understands the pain, and are quietly makes a weight on the human race. Louis, like bread and butter, this guy's hands are a band on its own. Creating music from dust. It's definitely a must for this guy to strum your pain with his fingers. Bakijani, the killer MC, the man with his own technique, one of the pillars of creativity. And there's also Kenny. She's feisty and a little bit of a bully, but I think only because she's always wanted the best for me. And finally there's Jamal. I'm declaring now that I'm his #1 fan. Man, that guy, the way that guy writes poetry almost always wants to make me stand up and shout, Viva! Because his poems revolutionize boundaries. Because his poems always revolutionize boundaries and paradigms of poetry that I once had, and they were really bad. There are others I haven't mentioned, intentionally or unintentionally. Because if I sanction their names, their rise to fame might not end here. So for fear of writing a book and looking like an author instead of a poet, my fellow poets and those sought after, I will raise my and wish Poets Passport many more Christians to come. Happy birthday.